Hey guys, this is Mr. Florian, and I'm kind of making this video as um, the best way I want to do it. Kind of like a mini update video slash, what my plan is, I guess. So, I've been kind of in and out of doing content. I officially retired from streaming. I'm done streaming. Um, I ditched Twitch a long time ago, and I um, eventually switched over to Kick. And I have nothing against Kick. The platform reminds me of when Twitch kind of first started, but for Kick, they have a really great platform and they're awesome. Um, they have a lot less bullshit compared to Twitch. Like to personally, Twitch has just gone downhill. So Twitch for me is just like Kick kind of brought back that little spark, and I've enjoyed Kick, but unfortunately I couldn't get the growing on Kick like I was hoping for, and I was just doing I kept just doing it for an audience of zero, and at one point I kind of just accepted it, and it's like okay, for me at that point it's like that's a sign, and it's time to call it. So I finally decided it was time for me to call it and it was time to end it. And I did. So I no longer stream. Like even on YouTube, I won't stream anymore. Um, but I did put out a couple random YouTube videos now and then, which are on my channel. Of course. um, like there's a couple, but they're not taking off. Is the thing. They're not really like getting anywhere. It's like I have a couple like Lethal Company videos. I have a couple clips from like FiveM and Cyberpunk, and then there was a Let's Play I started doing, which was Casino Simulator, that I haven't even done part two of. And the reason I haven't done part two is because the part one video I put up almost a month ago, and it's only at 13 views. Like it's gotten nowhere. Like the only video on my account that has the highest views of all is the video of when I was streaming American Truck Simulator, and my fire pager went off during the stream. So I kind of put up the clip because you can actually hear my pager clear as day in the background. My pager is going off, and as soon as my tones dropped, I immediately just like paused the game, and I'm like, I'm out, and that was that. So excuse me for any brief pauses. That's me yawning. I always had the tendency. I don't know why. I had the tendency to make videos like this when I'm like dead tired, and we're at that point. But there's like several videos that I have up, and most of them are just like dud videos. Like I have some videos are from concerts. Like I have one video that's from when I was at UFC 210 7 years ago. There's one from my first Excision concert, which was Paradox 2017. There's another video from the last song of the night from them, Tool, which that was a phenomenal concert. There's the opening sequence for AEW Dynamite when they opened here in Buffalo. I have several clips of Trans Siberian Orchestra, which I surprised my fiance when I bought her floor seats for the event, and that was her first ever TSO show. That was my third. um, and then the only other recent concert one I had was the intro to Avenged Sevenfold here in Buffalo, which I finally got to see Avenged Sevenfold live. That was one of my things on my bucket list that I wanted to cross off was to see Avenged Sevenfold in concert. And when they announced that they were doing part three of the Life Is But a Dream tour, and they were kicking it off right here in Buffalo, I got tickets immediately. And what did it was Spotify emailed me and said, "Hey, I got a pre-sale code for you," and that's when I bought tickets. So yeah, it's the first two songs, which was they did Game Over for the intro, and then they did Mattel for the second song. So it's like both of those songs in one video. Unfortunately, throughout the whole show, that's the only thing for pictures and videos that I got during the concert because excuse me, because to the rest of the concert, I'm not one of those where I will constantly take pictures and videos. Even though in the back of my mind, it keeps screaming, "Get pictures, get pictures, get pictures." Um, but and another part of my brain is just like, be old fashioned, just sit back and enjoy it. And Avenged Sevenfold, once I was done recording song number 2, um, I ended up just enjoying it the rest of the night. And the reason for that too is because I was singing most of the concert, and yeah, that voice is atrocious. um, so yeah, I've been a little like iffy when it comes to actually making content here as well. So I'm kind of like in the ballpark of, do I want to keep doing it? Do I not want to keep doing it? Is there a point to doing it? Um, I'm at the point where it's like, I just yeah, I'm at the point now where is it even worth it? Because I've tried, like, I mainly was doing it because I wanted to have fun. I wanted to have fun in doing content creation, and it started when I was doing streaming. I'm not making money from any of this right now. I have no monetization. So it's like I'm not earning anything doing any of it, which, I mean, it's fine, cuz I'm on, like, this is a first for me. Well, okay, it's not actually a first for me. But cuz I've done this before. Like, I've had numerous accounts on YouTube. I've had different streaming accounts. I went through so many different renames and shit, and Mr. Florian is kind of finally what I kind of settled with. But it's more the fact of that, like, this is what's this is what's going on. It's like I don't have the audience for it, and I'm at the point too where it's like making YouTube videos. It's fine. So the other thing with me in YouTube is mainly the fact that I also I don't do video edits. I really don't. I don't have the patience to sit there and do video edits. Like, there was a video from Massive Land that I was editing. I never finished it. I still have it, but it's not finished. Why I've never finished it, I don't know. I never understood why. Because it was supposed to be like a montage video of my experience from Massive Land Winter 2024, which the other reason I got it too was because there was supposed to be a big storm, like winter storm, coming through as we were there, and there was, and we got snowed in for an extra day. So it was supposed to be like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday experience. For us, it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because we had the new alpha tickets, which gets you in a day early. So we were able to get in earlier for that, which was fun. It was actually really cool. But besides that, yeah, the snowstorm happened. A lot of people tried to beat it, and they did. Kudos to them. But then a lot of us also were like, you know what? No, we're gonna sit back and write it out, and we did. And how did that result? We got stuck. we got stuck. So, we were supposed to leave Sunday, like mid afternoonish. So what they did was on Sunday they would close out the event with a raffle, and they still did the raffle on Sunday, but all the travel bans and everything were still out. So the fairgrounds flat out told us, it was like, yeah, travel bans are still out. You guys don't have to leave. They actually were cool with us. They're like, you guys are welcome to stay. So most of us, we did. We ended up staying, and it was actually fun because it's like, hey, we get an extra day, like an extra full day, and we did. We basically stayed up in game. We didn't lose power, which was nice, and yeah, we had fun. And then Monday morning around 6 a.m., they sounded the wake up alarm again, and that was the time where it's like, okay, now it's time to pack up and go. Because I think it was Sunday night, we had to unbury the cars. Yeah, it was Sunday night because we unburied our cars, and then we had to move them over to the side to the other lot because they finally got a payloader there to plow out the one lot. So they were like, okay, if you guys can get to your cars and move them over to the plowed lot so we can start this side. And we did. We ended up getting the car moved. And then we finally packed the car Monday morning, got home, and had to unbury the driveway just to even park and unload it at home. And that was a little time consuming there. It sucked, but, you know, unfortunately, we don't live there anymore. But then again, at this point, I think that's a blessing in disguise. I'm not going into details. But yeah, I'm at the point where I'm ready to say content creation at this point is just, it's nothing for me anymore. You know, I would love to do more content and like tackle it more, but I'm convinced now there's just no point. You know, I keep running into these times where in my head it's just like, give up, you're a failure. And, you know, part of me thinks I am because I don't put enough effort into it, and I really don't. I get to the point where it's just like I don't have the time, the patience, or anything to do this, and usually ends up what happens. And like I said, I'm at the point where it's just like whatever. So yeah, I'm ready to just call it. So um, I'm probably not going to be putting up any more videos on this page. Probably like I'll leave the page up because obviously I use YouTube, so I use it on our TVs here at home. So I'm obviously going to keep my account, but anything that's on the account will stay. And then I'm probably not going to put anything new up. I know I have that casino simulator playthrough. I'm probably not going to continue that at this point since the first one didn't even take off. So, you know, and you know, I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm not no Markiplier. You know, I'm not Insum, which I'm a big fan of Insum. I love his Phasmophobia videos. Um, you know, I'm not Tim the Tap Man. You know, I'm not like any of those guys. You know, I'm just some guy that plays video games, tries his best, but unfortunately it doesn't kick off, which is it's fine. You know, like I said, it's no big deal to me. I'm just you know, it's whatever. So, like I even got new games like what did I get recently? I got Angerfoot. I got Body Cam, which Body Cam was really fun. I needed friends to play it with, but the game itself was actually really fun. Casino Simulator, at this point, I'm just going to start playing by myself without making content. I'm just going to play through it. But there's other games I played, like Conrad Stevenson's Paranormal PI is a fun one. That one I could always do content on. There's no point. Content Warning I have yet to play, even though I have it. Golf It, GTFO, Lethal Company, Phasmophobia. I have Once Human. I've yet to actually get into the game. You know, I still have like Doom, the new Doom, the old Doom, American Truck Simulator. Then I have first responder games like Flashing Lights, Emerge NYC, Into the Flames. But yeah, like I said, for content creation, I don't see a point anymore. I really don't. So I guess at this point I could just say this is probably my farewell video, since you know I'm admitting it. I even have my own podcast up on Spotify. I don't know if it's really on. I don't know if it's on any other platform, but for what I use, I know for a fact it's on Spotify. So I do have that, but I haven't really. I haven't tackled that since I've started doing it, which is kind of crazy because I used to do that religiously. Because on the podcast, I would literally just sit there and rant and ramble. I haven't even done that. I haven't had time to do it anymore. And things were changing at work, which is great, but now they're going back to the old ways. It's like, fuck, I don't have time anymore. Things are hell right now. And, it's like, excuse me, sorry. It's like, I'm trying. I just don't have the time or the energy. I can't dedicate like I want to. And I guess that it is what it is. So, for those of you that did stick around, like I do have a few people that have stuck around with me all this time. For those of you that did stick around and had your support, thank you. And I mean that, thank you. It's been really nice to have you around. You don't know how appreciative I am of all the support and everything. Yeah, thank you. But I'm convinced it's time. It really is time. So, on that note, thank you for tuning in. Will I come back someday? Maybe. Will it be anytime soon? Probably not. So, I'll leave it at that. So thanks again. Take care and goodbye.